let's say Jane Doe buys a house in Wilkinsburg, Pennsylvania for $303,000. This is just an estimate of what the closing costs are going to look like. So pretty much run of the mill is $975 for title insurance. Closing protection letter is $125. You probably won't have those fees. Notary and settlement fees combined are about $225. Recording fees for both the mortgage and the deed are $383.50. Now, Wilkinsburg has a transfer rate included with the state transfer at 2.18%, which comes out to $3,302.70. And that is already divided by half of the original tax. And you're probably not going to have a survey. Most people don't. Domestic lien search is $50. Patriot Act search is $50. Now we're going to skip over the property insurance and the lender fees because those are pretty hard to determine right up front unless you have a lender that is giving you that information up front, which would be right in line with Regulation Z. So a broker's fee at 3% would be $9,090. And let's say that as of right now, that is the complete broker's fee. And let's take a look here. Taxes. So let's assume that we're closing on the Jane Doe's house on September 1st. The school tax is going to be $1,629. And this is prorated daily from the date of closing until the end of the year. County tax would be $251.88. Municipality tax is $343.17. So right now the total closing costs are $16,425.25. And over here, let's zoom in what this looks like. We're not taking in any consideration so far as to seller assist or deposits. Or I already have in here the down payment at 3.5%, which comes to $10,605. So the total balance due at closing without seller assist or credits or deposits would be $27,030.25. But let's say you do get seller's assist in the amount of, let's say 3%, because that's about average. And then you made a $2,500 deposit on this. The amount due at closing is $15,440.25. Not considering what the lender fees are. The lender fees will be tacked onto this. And some of these things I also left out, like inspection fees, that's an upfront payment. Appraisal fees and credit reports, those are upfront payments. There's a lot of things that you're not going to pay for at closing because you've already paid for it. So I'm going to switch over and run through it at $300,000 and show you what that looks like. So here we are at $300,000. A lot of these fees are still the same. Simply because they're fixed fees and not percentages. And the transfer tax will change. That will go down to $3,270, and the commission will go down to $9,000. And let's just keep with the seller's assist at 3% and the deposit at $2,500. Your total due here would be $15,302.55. And again, this is not counting any fees charged as a percentage of the loan. It's not taking into consideration any escrow. And let's just say this is an FHA mortgage. So every lender is going to be different with these. And pretty much Wilkinsburg is not in a flood zone, so I don't expect needing any flood insurance there. But as you can tell, there's a lot to take into consideration. But you can always ask the seller for seller's assist, seller's concessions, ask them to pay your buyer's broker commission. You can ask anything you want. You just have to put it in the contract.